Welcome back, friends. So I welcome you to another part of our postcard design in Adobe Photoshop. So you can see on the screen now that we have done with the front side of the postcard design for a real estate company. So we are going to design the back view of the postcard design. So in this regard, we are still going to make use of the same layout. So what we are going to do is that we sample a color and we try and see how we can design the back view of the card. So now the first thing I'm going to do is to come to the foreground color here. So I'm going to double click the foreground color to open the color picker. Then I'll pick this color. I'm going to pick this, and then you can write down the color code and I click on OK. Now I'll double click here also, and I'll select this this dark red here. I'll click on OK. I mean the gray color, then I'll click on OK. Now the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to delete everything right here. So because it's not the so I'm going to press delete. I'm going to delete everything. So we start afresh the back view of the postcard. Now we have the plain layout, just like when we do the front view of the postcard design. So what I'm going to do next is to start my design. So I will go to my toolbar now, and I will select rectangle. Then I will draw a rectangle like this, straight down. And I'll go to edit. From the home tab, I will look for free transform. So I'm going to make it to the edge of the layout. Then I'm clicking on this check mark to accept the transform. Good. So the next thing I'm going to do is to go back to my rectangle again. Then I'll come to the layer panel here. I will make a new layer. So next, I'll have to go to the home tab here. I'm going to change the color to, I'll click on this point here and pick my color here, and then I'll click on OK. Then I can change the color field from this point to white. Then I will make a rectangle like this. Then I can come to the home tab here and increase the stroke width. So let me see 10.4, and I click on move to. Then I'm going to delete this now. So I can go back to my rectangle again and select rectangle from the toolbar, and I will increase the size here. Okay, I think I'm satisfied with 21. Next, I'm going to make a duplicate of this rectangle. I'll press hotkey on my keyboard and drag to make a duplicate. So this is going to be 0.760 interval, and I'll make another duplicate. So it's 0.760 interval. Now I'll have to come to the layer panel here sorry, window. So I like to see my navigator, okay, color. I like to see my color. Okay, so I'm going to come to the layer panel here, and I'll press shift key down and select this rectangle, the second rectangle. Then I'll take it to the group. This is the group icon. So I will name it picture rectangle. Now press enter key on my keyboard. Now what I'm going to do next is that I have to go to my home tab here. I will look for select, then all. Now from the home tab here, I have to make sure that I make this thing into align vertical center. Said should be align horizontal center. So having aligned it to the horizontal center, so I have to come back to select and choose the select. So with that, we are going to have it right here on the screen. So the next thing I'm going to do is to look for my pen tools from the tools bar here. Select pen tools. Now, having selected my pen tools, I have to come to the home tab here. I'll make sure that no fill. Then I'll still maintain my green color for the stroke. So I have to increase the stroke width here to 10.14. Now I'll come here and make my perfect stroke. So press shift key down and draw my perfect stroke. Then control key and cut. So we can come back to the width here and still increase it. Okay. So we can press Ctrl T to open the transform tools and increase the just like this. Okay. So I'll press Ctrl plus to zoom out. So now what I'm going to do next is I'm going to make a duplicate of this stroke. So I'll press hotkey on my keyboard and drag. So we have to make sure that we work within the interval, that is 1.387. Then we make a duplicate again. Okay, so 1.387, then another duplicate again. Should be 1.387. Then the last one still maintain the same interval, so 1.387. So Ctrl+0 to zoom in the entire canvas. So what I'm going to do next is that I'm going to draw another rectangle, but before that we can adjust the stroke down a little bit. So we have to come to the layer panel, then I'll press the fourth duplicate of the shape. I'll press Shift key on my keyboard and select the first shape, copy. Then you have to, from the shape 1 down to this, and press Shift key and select this. Now I will have to take it to the group. So I'll call this stroke. Now press Enter key on my keyboard. Then I'll go to the Home tab here. I'll click on Edit and look for Free Transform. Then I'll take it down a little bit like this. Now click on this check mark to accept the free transform. Next thing I'm going to do is to go back to my rectangle right here. I'll select a rectangle and I'll make a new layer, and I'll come here and draw a space for passport. So we can still take it down a little bit like this. Now we have to go back to our stroke layer, and I'll press Ctrl T to open the transform tools. Then we take this down a little bit. Then we'll click on this to accept the free transform. Next, we have to locate the picture rectangle and the other rectangle right here, and we just have to press Ctrl T again to open the transform tools and take this down a little bit. Then I click on accept free transform. All right.